And it's so much privilege to see him today. After Coach, I'm seeing you after like a year plus. Yes, after a year plus. I really miss you, Coach. You know, so nice to see you. I feel I hope they feel the same warm you're sharing, you know, the way he always feel whatever he give is not enough. You know, he always I wish can do more, I wish can do more. That's what he feel. But the teaching he give in 1.5 hour is also a lot ready for us to digest. He is someone who always give, do not expect anything in return. And here he is. It's a special arrangement, a request, a last minute request. And so nice of him, you know, he said he can come and share with us. I hopefully whatever he have for us is going to be benefits to all of you. And he has always been a very special person to me. So I'm looking forward to see Coach and his teaching. So hopefully all the newbies, whoever who newly joined us or some seniors, you will take all this essence he's going to teach you. Grab your paper and pen. You do not want to miss any single second out of it also. Okay, so that's from me. From now, I welcome Master Coach Dave. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thank you very much. It's wonderful to continue from where we left off. I remember exactly the day that I last saw Prakash. It was 26 February last year, because that's the day after seeing her, I had to leave to Ipoh right away because my father had a fall. So that's how I know exactly the last time that I saw her. And Kana, nice to see you again.
Hi, sir. Coach.
Kana, Mr. Haris. Okay, who else know me?
Macam-macam jawapan lagi. Ramai.
Okay.
Okay, nobody else, huh? Okay, very good. That means we get to be new friends.
Yeah, new group, sir.
Yeah, new group. Good to see. I think only Subhash knows me, huh? Yeah, correct? Okay. All right. I am not new to Prudential. I am actually your super senior.
Exactly.
I used to be the trainer in Prudential from 1997 till about 2003. I was in Prudential for about 6 years. And my job in Prudential was to teach all the mindset programs. How many of you are familiar with Bond Rich and ABC? Okay, nobody. It's okay. Everyone is new. Those are the programs that made Prudential different from every other company in Malaysia, because everybody else was focused on doing more focus on knowledge and skill. But Prudential was focusing on mindset and attitude. And that is what gave Prudential the edge. We were number 9 at that time. From number 9, we became number 2. And soon we'll be number 1. Prudential is like my family. I think I know more about Prudential than most of you. I've seen the growth of Prudential from moving from number 9 to number 2. Those of you who have been in the journey can understand what that means. As of 2003, when we reached number 2, I felt that I needed to help other companies, so I did not renew my contract with Prudential. Mine was an annual contract to renew, and those of you who have met Colonel Izzaidin, he's like my father, and I was supposed to take over from him, but I decided to leave. However, I have come back to Prudential and trained many agencies over the years, because all the old leaders, they know me. All the senior leaders, they know me. All of those of you who are young do not know me, but anybody that is senior, you ask them, they know me, because I've been through the journey with them. So today what we want to do is, has everybody got the handout that was sent out? Prakash, did everybody get the handout? Did you send it out to them?
No, coach, did you email me, is it? Or WhatsApp me?
I sent you on WhatsApp, so I thought it'll be easier and faster to send to everyone.
Oh, okay. I send now.
Okay, you send now, and if you can open your phone and then you can see it. The next time what I'll do is I'll send a day earlier so that you can print it out, because I would like you to actually fill in the handout as we go along. What you can do for now is you can open the handout on your phone, but have a piece of paper with you. Everybody make sure you have something to write on, because there'll be things to write. So get a paper and a pen. What you can do is you can just write on the paper, and later maybe you can print out the handout, and then fill up the handout. There's not much written on the handout because we only started doing this the last couple of hours. The next time I'll make sure I'll do it a day earlier so that you have time to go through it, and there'll be more notes on the handout the next time. Right, before we begin, can I just get to know everyone one by one? Just tell me your name. If you are full-time, if you are part-time, then tell me what is it that you do part-time. There's a reason why I need to know all this, so that I can use back the information that you share with me and give it back to you as something that you can use. A lot of you may not know what you can use that you already have. So I'll show you how to use that back again, but what you already know and what you have already learned, actually it's a great strength. Although you may feel that whatever it is that you do full-time may not be relevant in any way, but it is absolutely relevant. First of all, I want to ask you, am I talking loud enough? Can everybody hear me? Okay, very good.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Because I wanted to use this, that I thought, let me just try without it first, without the headphones. Right. So tell me your name. Although your name does appear on it. If you are part-time, tell me what is it that you do full-time. Tell me your one weakness. There's a reason why I want to know the weakness. And also tell me what is your one strength that you have. There's a reason why I need to know all this. And also tell me, why are you improved? These are the 5 things. Your name, in case you forget, I'll remind you again, your name. If you are part-time, tell me what is it that you do part-time. Your one weakness, your one strength, and why you are improved. Who would like to go first? Now, I'll not be calling on anyone. Learning to volunteer is probably one of the greatest success.
Okay, let me start.
That's great.
Okay, actually, my full name is Lakshmi Kantan, but you can call me Kantan. And I'm a full-time on Prudential, under Prudential manager. And my weakness is to call a person, I will hit twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, not even call, I've already make a decision that will they call, will they accept me? But once I call, once I start to talk, nobody can stop me. The flow will go very smooth. I can make story, can drive them to what I want them to decide. So that's my friend. And the last one was sorry.
Why are you?
The last one.
Why are you improved?
Okay, right. Actually, last year was a decline from the company, and then that's where I come to know that there is an opportunity in the Prudential manager under Prudential. So I just joined in Prudential last month, 1st June 2021. Right. Thank you.
Very good that you are starting. Just join and you are starting on this, so that you will go on the right track. You won't have to make mistakes. It will get you going right from the start. That's a very good advantage. Would like to go next? Now, quick. We only have a very short period of time.
Okay, we do like this, like a Gandan have done. So Gandan choose someone to do, and that person choose someone.
No, I want to volunteer because has everybody got their piece of paper already? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Volunteering is one of the most important success secrets, because nobody is going to tell you, Ganathan, why don't you become successful this year? Why don't you qualify for Star Club? please be MDRT this year. Please, I beg you. Is anybody going to tell you that? Nobody's going to tell you. Is anybody going to tell you, I think this year you qualify for Star Club. Your face look like you should qualify. Please. Is anybody going to go and beg you? No, it is you. You're going to decide whether I'm going to do it or not. You're going to decide this year I'm going to do it. You volunteer. Nobody's going to come and tell you, I think, Subha, I think this year you should become successful. This is your year. Please be successful. I beg you, please be successful. Nobody's going to tell you that. You have to volunteer if you want to become successful. If you want to do something, you want to get something, you have to volunteer. You will say, I want it. I'm going to get it. Can you imagine? Einstein, everybody knows Einstein, right? Albert Einstein. He had discovered E equals to mc square, which changed the whole world, not just in the world of physics and mathematics, in every other sphere. Can you imagine? This man had found the secret, and then he's sitting down and he's smiling. People ask him, why are you smiling? I have a secret, I have a formula, and this formula can change the world. And is anybody going to tell you, please tell the world, please write the formula, please change the world, please make a difference, please don't die with the formula. He decided, I am going to create the formula and I'm going to change the world. I'm going to let the world know and I'm going to write about it. I'm going to talk about it. If Einstein had died with the formula, nobody would have known. There probably will be no atomic bombs discovered. The fission and fusion that came out from his formula and the energy that was created in the world will never have been created. He changed the world because he decided that he wanted the world to know this. He volunteered. He said, well, if nobody else is going to write this formula, I'm going to write this formula. Well, if nobody else is going to tell the world, I'm going to tell the world. If he had not volunteered to tell the world, he would have died with the formula and nobody would have known the formula and nobody would have cared about who Einstein was. He would never have won the Nobel Prize and the world would not have changed. Because he volunteered to discover the formula, he volunteered to tell the world, he changed the world. Just like that, each and every one of you, you must volunteer to say, this is my year. This is the year I'm going to make it. This is the year I'm going to make a difference in my life and the lives of my family members. This is the year I'm going to make a difference in my life. I'm going to make a difference in the lives of people out there who need protection from me. So volunteering is a very, very important success formula. Although you're talking about yourself, I'm using it as also a teaching point. That's the way that I do things. There are two very important things that I'm going to share with you throughout this session and the sessions to come. Number one, I have not just worked with people from Prudential, I have trained every agents from every other company in this country and in this region. I have worked with hundreds of thousands of agents through the last 30 years that I have been in this industry, in this business. So I'm going to tell you what the people who became successful had done. I'm not a very smart person, but I'm very smart at learning from people. I have over the years gathered the formulas that people use to become successful, and I'm going to share them with you. So you can have the same success as them, of the people who became successful, because I have one habit. People become successful, I'd ask them, what is the one thing that you did differently last year? Of course, they have to do it last year to get the result this year. And I have gathered hundreds and thousands of those documents. So I know the success formula of hundreds of thousands of people. So I'm going to share them with you. The second thing that I'm going to share with you is I have also met thousands of people who have failed. So I try to find out what is it that they did that made them fail. Why I need to know that? So I can tell you what not to do. Don't do those things that they did to fail. So you will learn two things. What is it that you need to do so that you can succeed? What is it that you need to avoid so that you don't fail? These are the two things I'm going to share with you because I've had the information learned from people in the past. So one of them is volunteering. So that is why I do not, although Prakash said the right thing, let the person who has finished say who's going to go next. That's fine, that's good. However, I want to see you volunteer. I want to see how hungry you are for success. So the next most hungry person for success be the one who share next.
Okay, my name, sorry, my name is Ganesh. Ganesh Ramasamy. I'm from Johor Bahru. Okay, I'm a part-timer. So my full-time job is working in a one and a well-known company called Salambaja as a project quality manager. So why I'm joining Prudential? Okay, first the reason is why I'm joining Prudential is for my retirement plan. The reason is because after retirement, you have no works. So Prudential is my consider is my what you call get my what you call after what you call after retirement, you have passing time. So that's the reason I've joined Prudential. And the second thing is for peace of mind. Peace of mind means in terms of cash flows. So I have no problem when I have whenever I want to spend money to my family. Then my weakness is why time limitation. Second thing is laziness. When the day, for example, if let's say the day I become lazy, I really become really lazy. I won't do any work. So then second thing is the time limitation, because as a part-timer, you need to have a proper planning on time. So I'm a weakness on that. And then my strength is I have a good follow-up. Even though if let's say any of my client introduce me any referral, I will follow up with the client until I get successful to sign up with the client. Second thing is I like to get a referral for my existing client. So that is my strength point.
Okay,
Thank you.
The background oil and gas.
Yes.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay. By the way, the time limitation is not your weakness. Time is time. It's got nothing to do with you. Weakness here means what is my weakness, personal weakness. You said time is just time management.
Yes,
Learn
correct.
how to manage the activity, so it's not really a weakness. All right, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who'd like to share next?
Hi. So you can hear me. My name is Murthy, CK Murthy. I'm a full timer. Same batch as Gantan joined. Yeah. So we have just joined newly June. So to say my weakness, kind of a bit egoistic. Whenever I do something, I feel I need to be kind of a top. So I'll try to do whatever I'll be in the top. Strength to say I can get along with any people. So that's quite that's one of my abilities. So any level of people I can talk and persuade them. To improve, I think it's a bit kind of a time management thinking now, because being and working from home and together with family, so my time management I think I need to improve. Thank you, Jay.
Okay. Why do you say that wanting to be on the top is a weakness? That's a strength. You will be number
yeah, no, I mean my kind of egoistic, it goes to my weakness, and that's how I pull it up to make it as a strength, but see how that works for me.
That's a positive ego. Must be number one all the time.
Yes.
That's a great strength. That's a great strength. Use it that way. Like Mahatma never can be number two. You make him deputy prime minister, he'll die. He has to be prime minister only.
Yeah, I've heard the same quote. Some kind of F1 Formula One driver. He said, when you become number two, no one recognizes you later. So they will talk about the world champion only, and who's the second, the people won't know. Thank you.
Very good, very good. Next, please.
Hi, Coach. My name is Mayuri. I'm from Johor Bahru. I'm doing this for part-time, and I'm doing work for full-time as a logistic officer. Okay, my weakness is I'm a very shy person. very nervous person by nature. And when I meet people, I'm having a difficult time to speaking with them in the group and fear in public speaking. So my strength is I will understand people view. So managing in other people's all. That's it.
Okay, being in logistics is very, very good because two non-negotiable activities of every agent. You may want to write this down. Two non-negotiable activities. These two are non-negotiable. You must have them with you. Number one, ability to communicate, which we will learn along the way. I'll be teaching you along the way how to communicate with people at the unconscious level. That is my background about the mind. That is my specialty about working with the mind. I'll teach you how to communicate with people at an unconscious level that they may not even know that you're communicating with them. So the ability to communicate is the first thing, non-negotiable. If a life insurance agent cannot communicate, then it's difficult. However, do not worry, that will work on that. Second one, planning. Planning is absolutely non-negotiable. The number one reason agents say that they have no time is not a time management issue. It is an activity management issue. The problem, there is no problem with time. We are just not organized because we cannot manage our activities within that time. There's a certain way how to do it. Later on, I'll teach you how to do that, how to plan your work day. So actually, you will say, wow, there's too much free time. I don't know what to do. Then very easy, have one more appointment. So these are the two non-negotiable activities of a life insurance agent. Number one, the ability to communicate. Number two, planning. So as coming from logistics, one is already sorted out. If you're from logistics, I assume that you're very, very good at planning, because otherwise how does logistics work? Am I right?
That's correct.
Okay, that we will have to learn from you. Very good. The first one will
It's 9 o'clock.
The first one will teach you. Okay, next.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Okay.
My name is Vetrivel. I'm a part-timer in Malaysia. I'm a logistic assistant in the transportation department. My weakness is it's not easy for me to mingle with new people in the new environment. That's my all-time weakness. My strength, I'm a quick learner. I can easily learn any new thing easily. The reason I'm joining Prudential is to upgrade my lifestyle financially. That's the first thing. That's all.
Okay, thank you. So since you're a quick learner, you will have no issue with learning the first part about communicating. So not to worry about that. Next.
Hi, Coach.
Yes.
I'm Nandini here.
Where?
Okay, Nandini. Yeah. I'm a full-timer. Okay, as for the strength, I think I will feel that I'm a very detailed person, but some see that as a negative thing, because when you're too detailed, then it might create some other issues. Okay, and for my weaknesses is I'm one person that I can't say no. So that tends to give in to a lot of things, and it overrides my priorities. Okay, why Prudential? It's because of my time flexibility. Because I have both my parents with me, and that's the main thing that I'm focusing on as well. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Very good. Next.
Hi,
My name is Jared. Currently, I'm a full timer. My weaknesses is I'm an introvert, so because I always keep quiet and don't talk much. My strength is I always self motivate myself and think positive. Why I joined Prudential? I'm to try something new, and that is out of my comfort zone. That's all from me.
Okay. Those of you who have also said that communicating is difficult for you, that you're introvert, that difficult to, I'm shy, I find difficult to talk to people. Actually, that's a strength if you know how to use it. Many years ago, the president of the MDRT club of UK, I think I've told this story before. Those who have attended class will remember this story. This guy was the president of the MDRT club of UK. He was invited by the insurance industry to speak to the insurance agents of Malaysia. He was a doctor, Indian doctor, who had migrated to UK when he was very young. So he spoke with a British accent. He grew up in England. He studied in England, and he was a medical doctor. He was a president of the, and he was very short, 5'7", very short. And so he spoke about 5 minutes, and then he said, I will rather take questions from the floor. So somebody asked him, how did you become the president of the MDRT club in UK? He said, first of all, I want to tell you that this is not the first time I'm the president. This is the third time I've been the president of the MDRT club. And I am by nature a very quiet person. I don't talk much because my work, I'm a surgeon, and I don't talk much in hospital. I am busy in the operation theater. I don't see patients, and I don't talk much to people. This is my nature, and my work has made me more so. And you might be wondering, how can a person who does not talk, cannot talk, does not talk much, does not like to talk, be an insurance agent and be the president of the MDRT club 3 times? When I first joined, everybody said I would fail because I just don't talk. But my leader gave me one tip that made me who I am today. He said, my leader told me that the problem with people in the life insurance industry is they talk too much. A good agent listens. Are we still having the same tagline? Now it's listening for 150 years, not the tagline anymore. Is that the tagline still?
Always listening, always. It's like always listening. No, change to listening and understanding and delivering.
Okay. Now it's changed. I'm still backwards. Sometimes some things are not caught up yet. Yeah, used to be always listening, always understanding. Earlier was we've been listening for 150 years or something like that, right? The earlier one.
Very much there. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm more senior than you also.
Of course.
So that is the reason why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. But somehow or other, with 1 mouth, we can talk more than we listen. Listening is the strength of an agent, not talking. As a matter of fact, I don't just train life insurance people. I train all sales people from all walks of life. Whatever they sell, I've trained them before. Whether they sell real estate, whether they are network marketers, whether they sell land, whether they sell whatever people sell, vacuum cleaners, whatever people sell, I've trained them. And I found across the board, very, very shocking. A lot of times I meet people, the top agent, the top salesperson in that industry is the guy who doesn't talk much. So I have actually noticed this because I wanted to test out what he had said, the man had said. I said, The problem with insurance people is they talk too much. But what they should do is they should listen. He gave an example. So, okay, let me give a local example rather than his example. Let's say we go out there and you say good morning and you start talking. You start talking. I'll tell you a real case. So I think I told you all before in the class. This girl in Sarawak went and saw a man who was a very, very rich man, timber tycoon. And she introduced herself and started talking because she couldn't get an appointment. And finally she got an appointment. She just couldn't stop talking. And after she finished talking, he let her just talk. And she asked, sir, are there any questions? He said, yes. How much is Prudential for sale? He was not joking. He wanted to buy Prudential. He had that much money. And she's trying to sell him a policy. He said, go back, ask your leader. And he had some questions, which I won't tell you what the questions are right now. He had 2 questions he asked her and said, get back to me with the answers and I'm interested to buy Prudential. And she's trying to sell him a policy. That is what happens when we talk without listening. So using his formula, the MDRT president, everybody that you meet either likes Prudential or does not like Prudential. If you first introduce yourself, hi, I'm Jagga from Prudential, and you keep quiet, you will get the 2 most important answers, which you will actually be trying to find what the objections are. He's going to give you the objections right away if you just shut up and listen. Number 1, he'll tell you whether he likes Prudential or not. I'll buy from any company except Prudential. You know there's nothing you can do to sell him. Or maybe you need to find out why he does not like Prudential. Or he say, okay, if I ever buy policy, it will always be from Prudential only, no other company. 50% of your job done. Now you just need to find out what he needs, meet his needs, he will buy from you. It doesn't matter what you sell. So very, very important to find out that, imagine he does not like Prudential. In his mind, he has already made up, he'll buy policy from any company except Prudential, and you give a presentation, the best presentation in the world for 1.5 hours. And then you ask, sir, are there any questions? You said you have a Prudential, right? Yeah. I will buy policy from any company except Prudential. They give me free also, I won't take. They give me money also, I won't buy. What a waste, isn't it? If only you listen. Number 2, he will tell you something that he has experienced before. Oh, insurance agent, I don't like them. They are just liars. They are cheat. They are con people. He gives you right away the objection, which later you will try to find why he doesn't want to buy from you. He will give you the objection right at the front. Next time, I'll be doing one session with you where I'll teach you how to handle the objection even before the objection arises. That's a bit advanced. We'll be doing that later. So if you just introduce yourself and just keep quiet for a few minutes, if he doesn't talk, then you talk. If he talks, just let him talk. Maybe his uncle died 10 years ago, was not covered because non-disclosure or whatever it is. There was an illness that he cannot claim, but he did not give the information, non-disclosure. And therefore, when he wanted to claim, he couldn't claim, and his uncle couldn't claim any money. So he is very, very angry with insurance agent. Worst of all, it was Prudential agent, will be worse. So he has been waiting for 10 years to scold an insurance agent. If you keep quiet, he'll tell you, you bloody fool, you liars, you con people. 10 years ago, my uncle died and he couldn't claim back. You all lie, I don't believe in insurance. Now you know what is his real objection. And if you can find out what is objection, why his uncle couldn't claim, probably the uncle did lapse policy. Probably the uncle did not disclose that he was actually already a patient, heart attack or whatever earlier, non-disclosure. So if you can, that is easy to handle. Sir, let me tell you why your uncle couldn't claim, and these are the reasons. He may no longer be angry. So he's waiting to let it out. Number 1, against the company. Number 2, what he has against insurance. Worst of all, sometimes, oh, Indian people I won't buy, Chinese I'll buy. Or he'll tell, oh, Indian people I will buy, but lucky you're Indian. So now you know. Sometimes people have this kind of thoughts in their mind. So he said, coming back to that MDRT president, he said, I introduce myself and I keep quiet and I get the objection right at the front. So once they have spoken, what they object, which is most of the time they want to let it out. Or somebody may say, oh, actually, I really believe in life insurance. I do not know why nobody approached me before. I've been waiting to buy a policy. See how easy to close this guy. No need to even give your normal presentation. You can straight go for the close because he's just waiting. He just wants to know what is the appropriate policy for him that can cover him and how much you can afford. That's it. That's all you need to know. Close. Because we talk so much, we never get these answers up front. And then later when the guy said no, we are trying to find out what is the real objection. Everybody, I think all of you know there are only 4 kind of objections. We'll talk about them later and we'll talk about how to overcome the 4 objections. So you are trying to find out why is he saying no. You try all kind of ways, but if you just keep quiet, introduce yourself, and then you keep quiet, he will give you the objection right away. He said, that is how I became 3 times in a row MDRT president, because I have the highest sales, I have the highest percentage of close because I don't talk so much. So those of you who just now said, I'm shy, I'm afraid to approach people, and I'm an introvert, do not worry. That's actually your strength if you know how to use it. So I have seen enough cases, no matter what you think is your weakness, I can make that into a strength. All right, next, are you learning something already? Are you taking down notes? Is that example helpful for you, some of you?
Yeah.
Especially those who feel that you cannot talk very much?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next. Who'd like to go next? Nobody wants to volunteer for success.
I'll go. Okay, my name is Shubha. I'm a full-time agent. And my weakness is I can't manage time for myself. I always prioritize other things first. Then when it comes to me, I'll feel tired. Then I won't have enough time. Then my strength is I'm actually a fast learner. I can observe and then I can understand things and then I can start doing. Why I'm in Prudential is to get time flexibility so I can focus on my kids. That's it. That's it. Thank you.
Very good. So, see, activity management is so important. That's why the 2 non-negotiable activity, number 2 is planning, which I encounter in a lot of agents, not just you, and not just in life insurance, even in other salesmanship. Planning is so important that people who are good salespeople, because they cannot manage the activity, they feel they don't have time. They don't have enough time. Don't worry, there's a formula how to do that. We will sort that out. Next, please.
Hi, I'm Suresh. I'm a part-timer. Weakness will be I'm a very angry person. I can't tolerate in simple things. Strength will be persistent. No matter what happens, I'll just persist. Full-time will be a technical assistant. That's all.
Okay, I don't know why you say that's your weakness. That's actually your strength. You will never take no for an answer. I don't know whether one of the assignments I'll be giving you later is to find out all the past legends of the industry. I think I gave you all the book last time. Those when I say gave you all the people who attended the class before about the MDRT. Remember the pink color book? Okay, the pink color book.
Yes, Coach.
That book maybe need for you all to read. In that book are the speeches of all the presidents of the MDRT club. And there was one man, he was an Iranian guy. His name is Mehdi Fakhrizad. I know it's a funny name, but that's his real name. He was an Iranian guy, and he was the president of the MDRT club that particular year. And when he gave the speech, his speech was about how he became successful because he had no car. He used to walk because he didn't have car, and he couldn't speak English. So with his broken English, he became president of the MDRT club. Can you imagine, the Iranian guy in US? This happened in US. And his formula for success was, no matter how many times people say no, he will say yes. He will ask them to buy one more time. I think some of you remember the story, yeah? No matter how many times people say no, he will ask them to buy one more time. So Suresh, you never give up. You cannot take no. You cannot take nonsense. No is a nonsense if you understand what life insurance agent really does. So if that is something you cannot tolerate, then it's good. People say no, you will figure out another way how to make them say yes. So that is actually a strength. I'll teach you how to keep asking even though they say no. We will do that when we do the skill session, the sales presentation. Okay, so don't worry. Every weakness is a strength actually. Next person.
Hi, Coach. My name is Indra. I'm a part-time here. Full-time, I'm working in banking. My weakness is I'm not confident to talk to strangers. My strength will be if I start to talk to the person who I know, I will be very talkative. Why I joined Prudential? Because I want to earn extra money. That's all.
Okay, don't worry. We will turn your weakness into your strength. Don't worry. So
Thank you.
It's easy. Next person.
Hi, sir. I'm Ganesh. Okay, I do sell cars. Okay, so my weakness is I talk a lot, but now from customers who bought cars from me, how do I approach them to insurance and all these things lah? You know, I believe that you need to know your product and all. Even selling cars is not easy. You need to know your products, and you need to explain to them the right way, the right thing. I can do that, all that, but I don't know how to change this to insurance lah, basically. Yeah, that's all. I just joined, yeah.
Just joined, right?
Yeah.
2 days back.
Oh, okay. Welcome.
After failing of 8 times, the 8th time I got through.
Okay, very good. You mean the what exam is it?
Yeah, my exam. I went through hell.
Don't worry. There was a legend in the US. I'll tell you his story next.
Yeah. Why am I doing insurance is, yes, I do earn a lot of money selling car. Not to say a lot of money. It's a one-time sale. I mean, it's a one-time money lah, basically. You don't, I mean, how to say, you don't really get, you need to work every month. You have to put your effort more and more and more. Every month is a new month, basically. You start from zero, okay? And it's not easy lah. Yeah. You need to have your life. You need to create your legacy, is it? So I want to create my legacy.
Okay, that's a good reason to be improved because life insurance helps you create a legacy. We'll be doing one session where we'll talk about why am I a life insurance agent. When we do that part, immediately you will know how to use the automotive industry to be able to sell insurance.
Yeah, because I do have a lot of customers, insurance agents, buy a car for me. And the way they buy a car, I tell you, massive lah. I've organized like 100 customers, like 100 agents coming to, take somebody's car, agent's car. And I was like, why not I be in that position? When you're going to achieve your dream.
That's right. So maybe one of the first things that you can do is start. You already have a lot of people who bought cars from you. You, easy to sell car insurance to them. So you do general insurance at the same time. Just have to, you already got your license for general insurance?
No, I got the life actually.
Life, yes.
General, yeah.
You have to, otherwise you won't be here.
Correct.
Okay, so get your general insurance license quickly so that you can start with that first.
Okay.
Then in the session of why am I a life insurance agent, you will easily know how to move, how to do that industry as well. Then later we'll be doing one strategy called the STAR strategy. When we do that, I will specifically be referring to you. I'll teach you specifically how to do the STAR strategy.
Okay.
How to use that. Very good. Because I've had
Thank you, sir.
person in Sabah before. He came for my training. The first day he joined insurance. He said he has no idea what he's going to, how he's going to do it. The first day I taught him the STAR strategy. He was STAR Club qualifier as a rookie agent.
Nice.
So I know the strategy works. So
okay,
I'll be sharing that with you.
thank you.
Next, please.
Coach, you have someone who just from Sabah and he's the first day joining. Today he got his contract. His name is Ricky.
Oh, Ricky. Okay. So you could be the next person who qualified for Star Club after this. Where is Star Club? Next year? This year?
Hello, can you hear me?
In Sydney.
Sydney and Samir is New Zealand.
Good evening, sir.
What's the qualification? Sorry, Ricky. Just want to get what's the qualification?
250,000 and 380,000.
420.
Sorry. Oh yeah.
Life.
250,000.
Life and unit trust, is it? Life and what?
Yeah,
life only.
Life only.
Mm.
Tell me again, life only, how much?
250,000.
250. Okay, Ricky, you might be the next person going to Sydney. Anyway, my sister is there. You can say hi.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So my name is Ricky John. I'm from Sabah, but currently I'm staying in Port Dickson. So I'm doing Prudential as a part-timer. And at the same time, I'm doing volunteer in Catholic Youth Center here in Port Dickson. And my strength is I'm kind of person that very patient, I can say. And my weakness is procrastination. But however, I always list down all the things that I need to do so that I will not always forget the things that I want to do the next. Yeah, thank you. And I'm very happy to be in the Prudential family. Thank you.
Okay, Ricky, you remind me of someone who was, just now you said your helper, how is it in the Catholic Church, is it? Tell me again one more time.
Yes. A volunteer. I'm doing something like cleaning, like caretaker of the building here.
Okay. There was a similar guy. He was, I think, looking after the church grounds. He looked after, and he was also gardener. So this guy, I shared with him a strategy of how to build a niche market with the church people. Because the group is so closely knit, he used that to build his niche market. Because if you belong to a particular group, like this church group, people will trust you. No matter who presents to them from outside, they will still buy from you. So if they know you are a life insurance agent, they will buy from you. Just need to create the trust. Number one, the trust. Number two, they need to know that you do this. Because the members of the church want to help another member of the church. So if you are part of that group, they will buy from you. I'll teach you how to create that as one of your niche. So Ricky, you remind me of that person who used that alone, that market alone of the church. But this was a very big church in KL. And I think he was MDRT that year, I think just by using that one strategy. Almost everybody in the church bought from him or bought another policy from him or introduced their friends who were out of the church because he was in the church. So that's a very, very powerful strategy. So it is a strategy that has worked. That's why I dare to voice it out today, because I've seen it work before. All right, next person.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Islan here.
Islan.
Yeah. So I'm a part-timer in Prudential. My weakness will be expects fast results. Doesn't matter in Prudential or any other things. So I just expect fast results. My strength would be positivity every day. So I have this positive energy every day, no matter, even when I'm down, I look through myself saying, okay, it's okay, I can get through this. So I just do something positive throughout the day. Why I'm in Prudential is just to earn side income. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, Islan, for someone who wants everything very fast, that is good. And side income shouldn't be your goal anymore, because you're going to do everything fast. So that's not your weakness, that's actually your strength. So we will capitalize on that as your strength. Next person. Yes, everybody.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes,
my name is Jega. I'm a part-time agent. And my weakness is I have very bad organization skills. I tend to procrastinate a lot. And I tend to daydream a lot. And until I don't get things done. My positive traits, I think I have good communication skills, but sometimes I find it hard to approach to people and open up. And other than that, my job is I'm a graphic artist. I draw murals and paintings. Yeah. That's all. Thank you.
Okay.
And the reason I joined Prudential is to obtain financial freedom and flexibility.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So planning is your weakness, which will not be very soon, because there's a systematic way we were going to help you to learn how to do planning. So not to worry about that.
Thanks, sir.
Who's not gone yet?
Right.
Okay.
My name is Vishnu. I'm a part-time agent. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, my name is Vishnu. I'm a part-time agent. My weakness is that I tend to delay things, and my time management is out. My strength is I make friends everywhere I go. Why Pro? Actually, I was in a situation where I lost my job and I joined Prudential.
Okay, very good. You like to make friends, and that's all you need. This business is about making friends. If every day you go out there and you say you want to sell, and then you get disappointed because somebody does not buy. Because this business is not about selling and buying. Because this business is a life and death business. This is an emotional business. So how can you sell? How can people buy? How do you sell life? How do you sell death? You cannot sell and buy that. This business, if every day you go out and you say, I'm going to make one more new friend, that's all. That's all you need to do. And since you like making friends, Vishnu, you already have a great strength, because the people who do not like to make friends have difficulty. Yes. I have to go out there and make some more new friends today. I got too many friends. I don't want friends. And then you have a problem. So you say, I love making friends. And every day you tell yourself, I'm going to go out there and make one more new friend. Why is it important to make a new friend? Because people trust friends. And what makes people buy? Trust. There cannot be trust without friendship. And if you enjoy making friends, then it's not stressful for you to make friends. Once you make friends with them, then we'll teach you how to create the relationship with them. They will trust you, and then they will buy and accept whatever it is that you offer them. So don't worry about that. That is actually your strength. And it's a great strength. Next person. Anybody still left out?
All done, I think.
All done, huh? All done.
No. I mean, left myself, Prakash, and Hari, Kelvin.
I think Kiran Rachad also, right?
Kiran. Where's Kiran? Kiran and Sugendran. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know whether leaders want to go or not. I leave that option to them.
Can I think I do first lah. Okay, I'm Kana. Okay, 19 years in this business, and strength I can teach. I mean, I can bring technicality in a very layman term lah. So I give a lot of examples and try to bring to as easy as possible technical things, and then weaknesses is too lenient, so that leniency become my sometimes backfire me lah, because people backfire me. So it's like I learn a lot of lesson from there, but anyway I just take it as a lesson, but sometimes I just feel it's too much lah. Okay, then why I joined this business? Very simple. I thought I joined this business by accident. Then over time I realized, wow, I got a lot of purpose. So never regret lah. And my background was a civil engineer.
That's correct.
From Kuantan. Okay, that's all, coach.
Okay, thank you. Next, anybody wants to go?
Cepat, don't waste time.
Hopefully, you can cover 1 or 2 points before we.
Yeah, I think Coach agent, please. About me, Coach know already. So yeah, agent, this is your time to tell. Anybody else want to tell? Because Coach, we don't have much time. Coach got some good points to share. Anybody? Or Coach can start.
Okay, if nobody wants to go, then we.
Okay, Coach.
Okay. Right, we don't have much time. Let's see what we can cover. Okay, the objective of, okay, let me find the handout. Okay. There are 3 objectives of why we are doing this. Number 1, we want to reformat the mindset, because now we are in a new situation. We need to change the way the environment is. The environment is not going to change. The market is not going to change. So we need to change to fit in. We need to change so that we can take advantage of the environment, so that we have the edge. Whatever is happening out there no longer becomes our weakness, it becomes our strength. So that's one reason why so the market is not going to change. As a matter of fact, a lot of the experts say this is the way the market is going to remain. And a lot of things are going to be the way they are. There are going to be a lot of people working from home. Even though once COVID is over, a lot of industries have already planned that the people are going to work from home for whatever reason. A lot of things are going to be done online. A lot of professional people are going to be selling their services and products online. Even though it'll be safe to go out, people will still prefer to buy online because it will become habitual. It is also moving into that norm. The world was going to move into that phase anyway. COVID has just made it faster, that's all. So eventually, it would have come a time where we'd have to do the business this way. But now COVID has made it faster. So since it did not give us time to prepare and to move on to that phase step by step, we have to also move faster to move into that phase. And there's no point complaining about what is happening out there. It is the new normal and we need to embrace it so that it no longer affects us, so that it no longer becomes our excuse. So long as it is our excuse, then we will wait for things to get better. Things are not going to get better in the sense that things are not going to change back to how they were before. Businesses will be done differently. Before, people will not buy from you online. Now people are accepting it that it's part of the way how businesses are done. Therefore, we need to not just embrace what is happening out there and make the new normal as the new normal. We also want to learn how we can succeed in the new normal, because this is the way things are going to be. So for that, the tools are going to be a little different. The last 1 year, I had a lot of opportunity to look at what are the experts saying about what the strategies for salesmanship should be. There's some very new things that I have discovered, and I will be sharing them with you. So for today, I just want to talk about one thing only. The world out there is not going to change. We need to change. And where we need to change? Right here. Our mindset need to change. Why our mindset need to change? Because so that we can see the world a little differently. If you can see the world a little differently, then we can accept the world a little differently, and we will not use that as our excuse. If we use that as our excuse, then it becomes our weakness. So it is better to do this sooner than later, because after some time, this become non-negotiable, these new ways of how to do the business. So if you can refer to your notes, are there notes on your phone? Because I think you haven't printed them out. The first one that you see is the rules of the new normal. Can everyone look at that?
Ricky, do you have the note, Ricky?
Okay.
Ricky, do you got?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's look at the first one. The rule one. Rule one, what it stands for is circle of control versus circle of no control. Circle of control versus circle of no control. This is a very, very important concept, because this is about you willing to change. Nothing out there is going to change. Nobody is going to change. No environment is going to change for you. No circumstances are going to change for you. No situations are going to change for you, because they are circle of no control. The traffic is circle of no control. Who is the prime minister, whether you like him or not, circle of no control. Nobody's going to listen to you. You tell him, I think you should resign. You think he's going to resign? Circle of no control. You say, but I elected you, I pay your salary, I'm the rakyat. He's still going to be prime minister, because it's circle of no control. The only thing that is circle of control, okay, good. On top, right on the top. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one. All right, on the top. A bit higher. A bit, no. Sorry, a bit lower. A bit. Okay, that's the one. That's the one. Rule one. Rules of the new normal. Circle of control, circle of no control. Understanding this is very, very important. Understand this, that the only thing that is the circle of control is you. Only you can control you. Nothing else is circle of control. If you can accept this fact, then it becomes easy to work in the new normal. If you want things to change or change back to how they were, then you're fighting against something that is circle of no control. Understanding this is very, very important, because the number one problem with people in the world is this disease called excusitis. People are full of excuses. If you see the world out there as circle of no control, and you're trying to change that, then it's going to be impossible, because you will come up with one excuse after another. If only this was like this, if only this changes, if only it was like that. Nothing's going to change. If you accept that this is how the world is going to be like, this is how things are going to function, if this is how things are going to be, and you accept the new normal as the normal, then things will be easier for you. Then you will say, I need to change. I need to get a new set of skills. I need to learn what needs to be learned so that I can penetrate the markets. Then things will change, because you are the only thing that is a circle of control. So that is the first thing that we need to understand about the mind. There are many things that I do not know. Very simple things that I do not know. I had difficulty just coming on Zoom just now. Although I've done it so many times, but with you I was coming for the first time because the Zoom name was different. I've been using a different Zoom name, was set up by someone else, and then suddenly I different. Such a simple thing, anyone can do it. But there is something that I know a little more than most people in the world about how the mind works. This is my specialty. This is what I have been learning for the last 30 years, and this is what I've been teaching for the last 30 years. My teacher, his name is Bob Proctor. If you do not know who that is, go Google him. By the way, 2 days ago was his 86th birthday. He is stronger and tougher and more inspired and motivated than us 1/4 of his age. He's 86 and he behaves like he's 26 because of his mindset. He is the world authority on how the mind works. There are many people who teach about the mind, but he is the he is the guru of gurus. He's probably the last legend left alive of his age group. All of his age group passed away already. So he's probably the last guy left. He's 86. He is the guru of gurus, and he is my teacher. I had the great fortune to work with him, to learn from him personally. So he's my teacher. His specialty is how to teach about the mind so simply that even kids can understand. And by the way, he lectures to final year neurosurgeons, psychologists, psychiatrists in universities. He can teach them, and he can teach young people who are still in school. So that's his greatness about how to teach about the mind, such a simple way. So this is the subject that I've been studying for the last 30 years. I'm not an expert, but this is my specialty, and I know a little bit more than the average man on the street about the subject of the mind. And learning how to work with the mind changes everything. When I talk about the mind, I'm not talking about the brain. The brain and the mind are two different things. The brain is the organ. The mind is the activity of the organ. When you are thinking, you are using your mind. The activity that is happening is the mind. Where is the brain? The brain is here. The gray matter between your two ears. Where is the mind? The mind is everywhere. The mind is everything. There are two parts of the mind. One is called the conscious mind. One is called the unconscious mind. The conscious mind gives us 10% results. The conscious mind is using your left brain. The conscious mind has limitations. The unconscious mind gives you 90% of the results. The unconscious mind has no limits. Why it is called the unconscious mind is because nobody knows the limits of the unconscious mind. The limits of the unconscious mind are we are unaware, we are unconscious about the limits of the unconscious mind. That is why it is called the unconscious mind. And my specialty is to work with the unconscious mind. So throughout these sessions, I am not very interested to work with the conscious mind. I'm more interested to work with the unconscious part of the mind. So the learning will be a little bit different from what you are exposed. So I will go very slowly. That is why today we are just going to cover 1 or 2 concepts only. Learning to work with the unconscious mind can be easy, can be simple. At the same time, it is very, very in-depth. I'm interested to work with the unconscious mind because it gives us 90% of the results. All successful people have become successful because knowingly or unknowingly, they learn how to tap the unconscious mind. Everybody knows Edison, Thomas Edison? Yes, everybody knows. Okay, some of you know that story of Thomas Edison. Now, Thomas Edison has patented over 2,000 inventions in his lifetime. And by the way, he's not a very educated person. In fact, he was asked to leave school because he was so dumb, in the school sense, because his left brain, his conscious mind was not very developed. So the teacher told his parents, come and collect him, take him home because they can't teach him. But he had a very, very developed unconscious mind. Now, then there was no, 100 years ago, this research was not available. So even he did not know that he was using his unconscious mind. This is how he used to tap his unconscious mind. He used to work 24 hours a day. He had no sleep time, no rest time, like us. He would work in the day, in the night, whenever the idea comes, he'll work. And in his factory, he had a very big factory where he created his inventions. He had a very big chair. Every time when he felt tired or sleepy, he will lie down, he will sit up on his chair. He won't lie down, he'll sit up on his sofa. And he will take he had 2 ball bearings, which were available in his factory, and he will hold them in his hand. He will hold them in his hand, and then, I'm trying to show you, okay, now I can show you my hand. He used to hold them in his hand, and then he will rest. When he begins to fall asleep, his hand will open and the ball bearings will fall on the wooden floor. And when the ball bearings fell on the floor, he will wake up because there's a very loud sound. So when he woke up, and then the ideas will come to him, and he will write down these ideas, and then he will make this invention. Or if he's creating an invention and he gets stuck halfway, so what he'll do is he'll stop work, he will sit down on the sofa, hold the ball bearings, and then as he's focusing on the problem, on what is the problem, okay, I'm stuck here, I don't know what to do. He's giving the question to the unconscious mind. Now, he did not know what he was doing. He just learned something by default, and he kept repeating it because it was working. He did not know he had stumbled upon the great formula of using the unconscious mind. So he'll hold the ball bearing and think of the question, well, I'm doing this now, I'm creating this invention and I'm stuck here. What should be the answer? What could be the answer? What could be the formula? How can I overcome? So he did not know he was giving the question to the unconscious mind. Now let me tell you, the unconscious mind knows everything. The unconscious mind is called the God-like part of you. The unconscious mind is the connection with God. So therefore, you can download everything in the universe. If you do not believe in God, then call it the call it universe. The universe has all the answers. Unconscious mind can tap the universe and get the answers, but you must know how to tap the unconscious mind. To be able to tap the unconscious mind, we need to move to a different brainwave frequency. At this level, at this conscious level, we are using our conscious mind. Our brainwave frequency is called beta. That means it is vibrating at a frequency 14 cycle per second to about 30 or 40 cycle per second. If you lower that brainwave frequency to 7 to 14 cycles per second, don't worry about all this. I'll be repeating all this later, teaching you how to do this, how to go into alpha. I'll teach you all this. Now I'm just giving you a basic understanding why this works. So when you lower your brainwave frequency from 14 cycle per second to move into this phase of 7 to 14 cycle per second, you go into a state called alpha. When you go into the state called alpha, you are now working at the unconscious levels of your mind. When you work at these unconscious levels of your mind, then you can now also communicate with other people's unconscious mind. Because the unconscious mind knows everything, you can know everything. When you're sitting in front of the prospect, you can know what to say. You can tap into that person's mind and you can feel, oh, I think this is what I need to say. This is what I should say. This is what I should not say. Okay, now is the time I should do the close, although my presentation not complete. Okay, I think there is an objection here. Although the person is saying yes, 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 you will have a sense. You can sense. Your sense will your level of able to sense things will increase. This is called your instinct. You will have an instinct, a stronger instinct. You already have instinct now. You'll have a stronger instinct when you operate from the unconscious levels of your mind. So come back to Thomas Edison again. So he will ask this question. It's important to give this question to your unconscious mind. Later, I'll show you how to go into this unconscious level. Actually, I wanted to start off today by doing a 10-minute relaxation to show you how to go into the unconscious levels. I skipped that because we took quite long to do the introduction. I will do that the next time. Every session that we do for the first 10 minutes, we'll do relaxation to go into the unconscious. So you will know how to do that on your own. So Thomas Edison, as he is holding the ball bearing and is beginning to, you know, when you wake up in the morning, you wake up, I do not know what day is it today. Is it what day? Is it Sunday? That is alpha level. When you are reading something or watching something at night and then you are falling asleep, that is the unconscious. You are moving into alpha state of consciousness. You're listening to a boring lecturer and he's talking, so now you all turn to page 46 and page 46 is very important, and then you are falling asleep. That is going into a state called alpha. Sometimes you are driving and then you pass your house, or you pass the place you're supposed to go. You have an appointment with a prospect and then you pass, oh, I already missed the place. Or you used to stay in a certain place and then you already moved house. So now you're going back home and you're going back to the old house. Hey, wait a minute, I do not live here. Because you are in the state of alpha. When you're in a state of alpha, you are now at the unconscious levels of your mind. You are in a hypnotic state. Going into alpha is like going into a hypnotic state. It's a very, very powerful state. All successful people know that all great ideas, all brilliant ideas come to you when you're in that state. So Thomas Edison will ask the question, if you don't give a question, what is the unconscious mind going to answer you? If you meet someone and you stare at him, the person doesn't know what to say. But if you say, can you please tell me your name? The person will give you the name. Because you have asked a question, they have to answer. Just like that, if you give a question to your unconscious mind, the unconscious mind, by law, must answer. And guess what? It knows everything. You just need to ask it. But you can only ask it when you have tapped the unconscious. You cannot ask it when you are operating at the conscious level, because the unconscious level is a different level. Like, for example, you cannot pick up the phone and talk to someone when you don't dial. If you don't dial, you have not got through to the someone, you can talk as much as you want. You can share the most important thing in the universe. The person cannot get it because you have not dialed your phone. When you dial the phone and it rings and the person presses to take your call, now you have connected because you're at the same brainwave frequency. Just like that, your conscious mind and your unconscious mind are two different parts of the mind, not two minds. You don't have two minds. If you have two minds, you go to Tanjung Rambutan. You have, for those in JB, go to Tampoi. You only have one mind. But your mind has two parts, conscious mind and unconscious mind. Some of you may be familiar with the word subconscious. That's the part I'm referring to. But I choose not to use the word subconscious because that's not the accurate term. The subconscious is like subcontract, sublet. How can the powerful part of the mind be sub? The powerful mind is so great that we are totally unconscious as to its greatness. That's why it's called the unconscious. So unconscious here doesn't mean unconscious, not that unconscious. Unconscious means we are not aware, we are not conscious about its limits. That's why it's called the unconscious. So Thomas Edison will ask the question. So what you are going to do, later I teach you how to tap the unconscious. Every time that you go to sleep, you will ask the question to your mind and you will receive the answer. Because the unconscious, number one, knows everything. Number two, it must answer. It's like you already dial. Now already dial, and Jega is the one answering the question and say, hello, hello. Jega must answer, hello, correct, right? Jega will not just already dial and then he's listening to my voice. He won't just look at the phone. He will say hello. He must answer. Whether it's right number, wrong number. At the worst, he say, hello, yes, oh, sorry, it's a wrong number. But he must answer. Must answer. Because that is the law of using telephone. Somebody call, when you receive, you must answer. That is the law. Not the law of the country, the law of communication. Just like that, the law of the mind is, if you give a question to the unconscious, it must give you an answer. Must. It will come in the form of a dream. It will come, just wake up and then you have the idea. Or it's just a knowingness. Or you will see something tomorrow morning and that's the answer. Or somebody will come and tell you something which may sound, 10 o'clock. Which may sound quite normal, but not to you because you're looking for that answer. Because you have asked the question. It is like how smart students study. They read the questions, pass your questions, or they read the questions at the end of the book and then they study the material. That's the correct way to study. These students, they will study, finish, and then they try to answer the questions. The answer was somewhere, I don't know which page. But if you read the question first, your conscious mind is now reading the subject matter, but your unconscious is looking for the answers because you already know what the questions are. So that is how the unconscious works. So Thomas Edison will ask the question, and then the ball bearing will drop, and then he wakes up, and then he will have the answer. That is how he created 2,000 over inventions. When the reporter asked Albert Einstein, how did you come up with the formula E equals to mc squared? You know what he said? I imagined it. He did not say, I wrote on the blackboard and then those blackboards and chalk. I did not write and write and write and write and write and then I corrected my formula, I perfect my formula and then I got it. No, I imagined it. He did not know the word visualization that time because it didn't exist. He did not understand about the working of the unconscious mind because he was a physicist. He was not a psychologist. So he did not know the term unconscious mind, but he was tapping into the unconscious. You know how he used to do that? He used to play the violin. If he did not become a scientist, he would have become a world-renowned violin player. He was very, very good at violin. What does violin do? Makes you go into a relaxed state and lowers down your brainwave frequency, and he will go from beta into alpha. So when he went into alpha, he saw the formula. The smartest man in the world who ever lived is not Einstein, it's Tesla, Nikola Tesla. And Nikola Tesla never used to test, never used to make prototypes. He will just go and make it one time and that's it, that's complete, that's perfect. Before he made anything, he saw the perfect diagram of the invention in his mind and he will just go and make it. He is the one who Tesla went and worked with Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison had DC current and he improved it by making AC current. And today the whole world uses AC current and he refused to patent it. That's why he died with no money. The whole world is using AC current today. And the idea came to him because Thomas Edison asked him to improve his generators because there was too much leakage in DC current and sometimes things would blow and wouldn't work. So Thomas Edison asked him to improve that. That is why he was brought into work. But he did not improve it. He came up with totally different way, alternate way, which is alternative current. He was so brilliant because he used to always tap into the unconscious mind. So the unconscious mind is very, very powerful. So today, I just want to impress upon you why working with the unconscious mind is so important. And this is what I'll be focusing with you. I'll teach you strategies, I'll teach you techniques. First of all, I'll teach you how to tap the unconscious mind. Once you tap the unconscious mind, things will be a lot different because it will become easier to work. Whatever you think is your weakness will become your strength. So the first thing that is need to change is the mindset. Mindset is everything. Everything starts with the mindset. There are 4 things that are important for us to master for any success. I'm just going to cover 2 points with you. Do you want to extend to 10:30 or we finish once I finish these 2 points in another 5-10 minutes? Mr. Kanan, what do you say? Mr. Prakash, what do you say? Mr. Haris?
I think 10:30 should be okay.
Okay, then okay, if anybody really needs to leave, just let Mr. Kanan know, then you can leave. Not important for me to know. Let your leader know, and then you can leave. If your leader say can. Otherwise, let's spend a bit more time.
A bit more lah, a bit more. Tengah heat up ni.
Okay, now I want you to understand this very, very importantly. Please take notes for this part. If you haven't been taking notes. There are 3 important things that we need to know to have success. Does everybody here want success? Everybody wants success, right? You want to succeed in this business. I'm not specifically talking about the business yet. We will be doing that later on, step by step. Because I was told everyone is new except for your leaders. So I want to start from very, very basic. Actually, it's really rather basic, but it's important to build the foundation. So next time we can move faster. Because if we don't create the foundation, then harder to move faster. So I'm sorry if it's too slow and you think why I'm not sharing things about the business, how to generate business, how to get clients, how to do presentation. We will be doing that, all that. But the foundation is very, very important, and the foundation is the mindset. So since we all doing this, learning this, doing the business to achieve success, it is important to know what is the formula for success? Yes, no? So let me first tell you what is the formula for success. There are 3 things that we need to realize. Number 1, there are certain things that we need to do that we are not doing. So the number 1 is we need to do to succeed. There are certain things we need to do. Maybe we are not doing them. Maybe we're doing them wrong. Maybe we are doing the wrong things. So number 1 is what I need to do. Number 2, just by doing alone does not mean you can become successful. A lot of people just by doing something will become successful. But just by doing you do not become successful, then you need to do the second thing. The second thing is, number one is to do something. Second one is to stop doing some things. To stop doing certain things. Sometimes we do not have to do something. We just need to stop doing something. What we are doing is correct. What we are doing is right. But we are also doing something wrong. So we need to stop doing that. Because the things that we need to stop, if we stop doing them, then already we are doing the right things. That is enough for success. So some people need to do some things. Some people need to stop doing some things. Later, I'll give you some examples. Third kind of people, they also have to do something. They also have to stop doing something. A bit tougher, lah. Some people just need to do some things. Example. If there is a certain way you do your presentation. If you do that correctly, people will say yes. People will say yes. So if you learn to do the presentation as being taught to you by your leaders, I will also be adding one aspect to your presentation. I'm not going to change your presentation because the company has already come up with a brilliant presentation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the element of using your unconscious mind in your presentation. So there'll be some parts of your presentation you will be using certain words, certain languages, certain things that will communicate with the unconscious mind, which may not be present in your presentation now. So you will not change your presentation, you will just enhance your presentation with the unconscious elements in the presentation. For example, what do I mean by this? For example, Miss Nantini, you have heard my presentation now. I've explained everything to you. By now, you should know what life insurance is all about. Since now you know all about why insurance is important to you, by now you should be thinking, which policy should I be buying? Once you decide that, you will maybe want to talk, have 2 minutes of reflection, and then you will realize, by now you will realize that life insurance is actually not an option. You know what I just did? Did anybody catch what I did? You can unpause and tell me. If anybody got what I did, which was the language of the unconscious mind, you unpause and tell me if you got me.
Giving her the question to think about it.
Vice versa, I would say.
Say again? Ganesh, is it? What did you say?
Vice versa. So you make it as positive and also a negative. You mixed it together.
Okay, both quite close. Okay, who else?
Yeah.
Who else caught me what I said? It was a language of the unconscious.
You put her the question so that she can think about it to make a decision.
That's a conscious language. That is what she heard. Okay, Nandini, what did you catch?
You're directing me to think like what you are trying to put into my mind.
Close, but not close enough.
You actually made the what life insurance a must without her knowing. You didn't. You actually changed her mind from considering life insurance to it's a must to get a life insurance without her knowing.
Did you catch me? What was the unconscious mind language that I used?
You do not have option.
Nandini, recall back very clearly. Everyone else, did you hear me say the word by now? Did you recall I said that word by now? How many times did I say that word? 3 times. You know what I told your unconscious mind? By now. BUYNOW. You didn't even realize I said that to you, but your unconscious caught it. Your unconscious is very smart. There are many, many language patterns like this. We're not cheating people. We're not lying to people. We are helping them make a decision. So your unconscious mind receives the message, buy now. You know about the 3 yes, 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 yes. I'm telling you 3 times to buy. 3 times I told you, buy now, buy now, buy now. It is not cheating. Do you believe in life insurance? Do you really believe it is important for people? So how can that be cheating? I won't say convincing the person or influencing the person. I'm letting the person see. And the person cannot see. So I have to push him a little bit to make him see. So Nandini, I told you to buy 3 times and you didn't even know that I was telling you to buy 3 times. That is an example of using the structure that only the unconscious catches, the conscious doesn't catch. It's very subtle, it's very powerful. There are many other words like that we can use. There are many hand gestures that we can use that are suggestive. There are many ways how your face expression asking people to buy and they won't even know you told them to buy. Provided your product is something that's going to help people. You can also use that to sell drugs. It will still work. But you know it's going to do harm to people. So you will affect your conscience if you have lah. I mean, the drug pusher doesn't feel guilty about that lah. He say, yes, one more person I tricked into buying. So what you have done is the first part. You need to do something to be successful. If you do this kind of language pattern, then your presentation is more smooth. So the first part of success is we need to do something. We need to present in a certain way. We need to do the closing in a certain way. We need to ask for referrals in a certain way. So learning how to do something. Today you are learning something. This is learning something that you are doing something. You're spending your time to learn something. You are doing something. This is a formula for success. So the first formula is we need to do something. The second formula is we need to stop doing certain things. For example, every day I run 10 kilometers. Good or good? Very good, right? Very good. Will that make my body healthy? Will that make me strong? Will that make me fit? Will that increase my immune system? Very good.
No.
No, running no. 10 kilometers jogging, no, is it?
I mean, it's good lah, but you will not eventually be a solid one lah. You don't build your muscles.
No, the idea is not to build muscle. The idea is to get fit to live.
Correct. To lose weight lah, basically.
Cardio. Maybe my cardio is stronger, my heart is stronger. Okay, so I'm doing all this while for 50 years, 100 years, I never ran before. Now suddenly I start jogging because cannot go anywhere. So I start to do something and I become fitter. So the first formula, right? Do something. So do something, I get result. However, after running 10 kilometers, I finish. I start running at 7 o'clock, maybe 8 a.m. I finish. 1 hour finish. 1 hour can run 10 kilometers. Can, is it? Okay, can. I don't know. I never ran 10 kilometers before, so I don't know. Okay, let's say 10 kilometers, 8 o'clock finish. But after I take my shower, 8:30. From 8:30 in the morning until 8:30 at night, I drink non-stop. Beer, whiskey, brandy. I don't drink, but let's say example, from 8:30 in the morning until 8:30 at night, I don't stop drinking. Do you think I will get fit? Do you think I'll get fit? Do you think my body?
No, definitely no.
Body will not, right?
Coach, you will get drunk, coach.
Maybe I'm so drunk.
Become stoned.
Maybe I'm so drunk, I don't even know I'm drunk. I keep drinking. So now I'm doing the jogging, which gives me better health. I'm also drinking, which is ruining my health. In fact, it is undoing what I did in what I got in the 10 kilometers by drinking whole day. nullifies that. But my doctor says, if you keep doing this, you will die. I said, but I'm jogging every day. What? I say, yeah, but you're also drinking for 12 hours. So doctor, what do I need to do? You just need to stop drinking. Do I need, maybe what I do, I jog 20 kilometers lah. But I still want to drink for 12 hours. I jog. Now what about if I jog 30 kilometers? The doctor will say, you don't need to do anything. You just need to stop doing something. You don't need to do anything. You just need to stop. Just keep your 10 kilometers. In fact, you can even decrease. You can do 5 kilometers or so, but stop drinking. So the success formula here is no need to do anything. Stop doing some things. Do you get me clearly now? Sometimes we have to do something to succeed. Sometimes you have to stop doing. We don't have to do anything extra, anything new, anything different, anything better. Just stop doing the wrong things. If you stop doing the wrong things, the right things are okay. They're not all right. They're not all the best, but they're okay. Sometimes the things that you're doing are enough to give you success if you stop doing the wrong things. So some people will become successful by doing some things. Some people will become successful by stop doing the wrong things. Some people stop doing the wrong thing, also cannot become successful. So they need to do the third thing. They need to start doing some things and stop doing some things. For example, I drink 12 hours a day, but I don't jog. What's going to happen to my body? It's going to rain, right? So I tell a doctor, I'm feeling very, very bad, and you already checked, I have very bad health. What do I need to do? Doctors say you need to do two things. Number one, you need to stop drinking. Number two, you need to start jogging. Doctor, I don't like jogging. What if I just stop drinking? Stop drinking is not enough because your body is so bad, you need to build it back. The only way you can build it back is you need to start jogging. What if I just jog and I also drink? Cannot. You have to jog and you have to stop drinking. You have to do both. Then your body will be healthy. So do you get me now? The first part, some people only have to do something to succeed. If you do something and then you change something and still don't succeed, then you need to check, am I also doing some things wrong? Then you need to stop doing those wrong things. So you need to start doing some correct things and stop doing some wrong things. Sometimes you just need to stop doing the wrong things, then you'll get success. Because what you're doing is already correct, but the wrong things are too many, they are overpowering and nullifying the right things. So, summary, some people just need to do the right things. Some people just have to stop doing the wrong things. Some people have to do both. They have to do something and they also have to stop doing the wrong things. Everybody get it? So now your assignment number one. I want you to think today, what are some of the things that you need to start doing? Maybe later what I'll do is I will WhatsApp this question and then the question Ms. Prakash will forward to you all. There are some things that I need to start doing. Maybe I need to learn how to do a better presentation. Maybe I need to learn how to communicate better with people. Maybe I need to memorize my presentation. Maybe I need to learn how to handle the objections. Maybe I need to talk less and listen more. So doing. Some people. Then second thing is, what are some of the things I need to stop doing? I need to stop wasting my time doing Facebook a lot, which has got nothing to do with getting prospects. Maybe I need to stop wasting my time doing nothing. Maybe I need to stop watching movies that nowhere teach me anything about how to be a better person, how to be a better presenter, how can I be a better salesperson. Maybe I need to start watching YouTubes where people talk about success. Maybe I need to stop watching a lot of unnecessary movies. So what is it that I need to do? What are some of the things I need to do? What are some of the things I need to stop doing? Or maybe that question, what are some of the things I need to start doing and also stop doing? This will give you a lot of insight as to what are the tools that you need to learn to become successful. Because in a few days' time, your leaders will be sending you a question to ask all of you, what is it that you want to learn from these sessions. So I will compile them and see what are the common things. If a lot of people ask the same thing, I will discuss with the leader. Let's do a session on this topic, because a lot of people are asking the same question. If it's only a one-off thing, then maybe I will get your leader's permission to talk to you one-on-one with your leader. That means 3 of us come online, and then I will talk to you, because it's not other people's issue. So I will do this with you. But if it's generally many people's issue, your leader will also look through the list, and then we will see, okay, I think this is a subject we really need to do. Then we will do that as a session. Because rather than I just do a session that I think is important, it's more important what you think that you need to learn. So I want to customize it, because one of the things that are different about my company is called Self-Mastery Learning Center. And my company's USP is customization. Every single program that we do, we customize. Every single time we do training for the last 30 years, we create a new workbook for every training, which means the workbook that I use for this group, I cannot use for that group. My room is full of workbooks which I've created for other people, other teams, other companies, because they are customized. Because I'll ask the leaders, I'll ask the CEOs of the company, I'll ask the owners of the company, what are the 3 things that you want to achieve from this training? Then I write the whole workbook all over again. Because for me, the customer is always right. For me, my training is about needs-based. You want to be a good agent, you need to do need-based selling. Not the product that gives you the highest commission, not the product that is easiest to sell, but the product that is required by the prospect. Need-based selling. Everybody familiar with this term? Okay, those of you new, maybe you haven't been trained yet about the need-based selling. We want to do need-based selling. It is very, very important. Because once you do need-based selling, the prospect will have trust in you. It's easier to go back and do a repeat sale. So you're going to do a little bit differently. So your assignment, don't worry if you didn't get the assignment, I will send the exact question, then you will get that. Next assignment I want to give you, not actually an assignment, but I want to give you a tip, because many people say planning is their issue. I'm going to give you a tip which I learned many years ago. That many of the things that I share with you are the things that I've experienced myself. I've learned from participants. I've learned from leaders. I've done a lot of, I'm not a life insurance agent, but I've done a lot of joint field work with leaders and agents. I have, on many occasions, closed a case where the agent couldn't close the case. So to show them how this can be done. So I've done joint field work to learn from them and also to present so that they can observe me. Not just in life insurance, but in all different kind of sales. So I'm quite a good salesperson in that sense, because I've learned different sales. And a lot of different sales techniques which I learned from different industries, I bring them into this industry to teach you. Because they're so incredible, but nobody in life insurance is doing it, but somebody selling something else using it. So I bring it here and teach you, and it becomes very powerful. So I'll be sharing this with you. So I want to leave you, I think it's almost 10:30. I need to let you off as well. Don't worry if we did not cover the handout that I gave you. We will be covering that as we go along. I've shared this with the leaders before when I did a session with them. Many years ago, this happened in Prudential. There was a Prudential leader. I don't know whether you all know Mr. Tina. Everybody knows Mr. Tina. Mr. Tina's agency is in town in KL. There was a leader who had an agency there. That time Prudential just moved into that building. So one of the leaders was my very close friend. He's no longer in Prudential now. He invited me to give a talk to his agency. So I went to his agency. When I went up to his agency, they had taken the whole floor. His agency, he was an agency manager by then. He had taken up the whole floor. And I saw all the walls on that floor empty, which is very surprising for life insurance agency, because everywhere you go, life insurance agency, there are posters, there are motivation posters, there are things on the walls, right? This agency had no posters. So I asked him, did you all just move in? He said, why you ask? I said, because your agency is all the walls are empty. He said, we have a different way. I said, okay. Then as I sat down where the agents sit down to make calls, the tables and the phones, I saw on every place near the phone, there was an A4 sheet of paper. And on the A4 sheet of paper, in very, very big letters, there were 2 lines. And I sat down and I looked at the lines. They were very nice lines, but I did not understand what the lines meant. So I called him, I said, bro, what are these lines? I don't understand. The whole office got no poster, no motivation line, no posters about anything about motivation. But next to every phone, you have the same quotation. Can you explain what this quotation? He said, no, he said, it's not a quotation. It is our secret formula. All the posters that you can put in the wall, this one covers everything. That's why we have no posters. We used to have posters, we took them all down because these 2 lines covers everything. And I'm sure you want to know what the lines are. Let me tell you, those are $1 million lines. I've shared this with agencies, many agencies, and they swear to this formula. Those of you all who said problem with planning, don't know what to do, time management, activity management, this will help you a lot. Not totally, but a lot. On that A4 piece of paper, there were 2 questions. And those questions are one of the most powerful questions I have ever learned in my life. I saw this 25 years ago, and I still think they are very powerful. I use them for my personal life as well. Actually, I have a card made up. In fact, I think I gave the card to the leaders last time of that questions. Maybe I will try to see how I can send these cards. I still have those cards to send to the leaders so that everybody can get a card each, because it's a very good way. It's like a name card, but on each side is the question. Next time I'll show you I'll show you the card. I think Mr. Harish, you might remember once I say what the questions are, the card. You had the card. I did give you. On the first question that was written was, should I'll tell you first, then I'll say slowly, you write it down. Should I be doing this right now? That's the first question. The second question is, what should I be doing instead right now? Nothing great, huh? No big deal. But if you understand what the question is, it's a $1 million question. The question number 1, should I be doing this right now? Meaning, if you're watching TV, should I be doing this right now? Question number 2, what should I be doing instead right now? Oh, I should be figuring out who to call to make appointment right now. Should I be doing this right now? What am I doing? I'm lepaking and doing nothing, daydreaming. Should I be doing this right now? No. What should I be doing right now instead? Well, I should be learning something about how to become a better life insurance agent. Should I be doing this right now? Whatever you're doing that is unproductive. Huh? No. What should I be doing right now? Instead, oh, I am having problem how to handle the objection. Maybe I should call my leader and ask how to handle this kind of objections. Huh? Are you seeing now the power of these 2 questions? They are not very powerful yet. Once you start using them, then you'll see how powerful they are. People have told me, first day, they feel like they're wasting this time. This question means nothing. Second day, a bit more. Third day, fourth day, oh my God, this is powerful. Fifth day, they start crying because they have understood the power of the questions. The questions are so simple and can be quite meaningless until you start to use them. So what they did was, those days I never used to have cards. So what I used to do was, I used to ask people, take a 3x5 card and write the question on one side, write down, what is it that I should be doing right now? On the other side, write down, no, what should I be doing this right now? On the other side, what should I be doing right now instead? So carry this card with you everywhere. So later on, I actually printed those cards and which I gave, because you remember not the card, this card I gave you all. Oh, you're carrying it up. Okay, show them both sides. Bring near and show them. I will try to pass you this card.
Yeah. I WhatsApp to them ready.
Okay, super. Oh, you photograph and send to them so they put the phone. Is that how?
I took the picture and put in WhatsApp ready to them.
But I need them to have a physical card like you're having, so they can carry with them all the time. Because once the phone off, you won't see the question already. What I want to do is, if they put the card in front of them, and the question is showing, what am I doing right? Is this what I should be doing right now? If it's correct, if it's correct, then it's correct. Yeah, maybe you're watching YouTube on how to do better handling objections. Okay, then keep doing that. But if you are watching something that is nonsense on YouTube, and then is this what I should be doing right now? No. Then you turn the card the other side. What should I be doing instead right now? Instead, since I'm watching YouTube, I might as well watch YouTube about how to be a better life insurance agent. That card is very, very powerful. I know because I personally have felt the power of that card. If you use the card, you cannot be doing nothing at any time. It will disturb you. It will disturb you. In the beginning, you have to put the card in front of you, because if you put the card in your pocket or somewhere, you'll forget, because it's not a habit. People will look at you and laugh, but in the beginning, you have to put the card next to you. Wherever you sit, put the card next to you. You might be doing something productive now. After some time, you slack already, but the card is there to remind you. So this is my assignment for you for 1 week. Please practice this card. I will figure out a way how the cards can be sent to Prakash or to Mr. Kannan or to Mr. Haris, so that everybody can have a copy. For now, maybe we can, that's the card. That's the card. Is this what I should be doing right now? And the other side? That's the question. Instead, what should I be doing right now? This is a simple card, very powerful. Maybe what you can do is, you can also print this card, take this and redo in your laptop, and then print it out and then print it out and A4 paper also can. Theirs wasn't a card when I first saw. Theirs was just printed on the A4 paper. I made it into a card so that people can carry in their pocket and put it in front of them wherever they are. So this is my 2 assignments for you. The first assignment is, what do I need to do to succeed in this life insurance business, or succeed as a life insurance agent, or be a good agent? What do I need to stop doing? In fact, no need to do the third one. What do I need to start doing and stop doing? Because the first 2 questions already cover that. What you need to do assignment is that card. This card is a very, very powerful card. I'm going to give a few minutes for questions, if that's okay. But before that, I just want to remind you, I want to do the power of the unconscious mind with you, teach you how to use hypnotic language, how to use unconscious language in your presentation. We will also be looking at how to do sales, adding the element of the unconscious mind. Now all your presentations, I am quite well versed with Prudential's presentations, unless the last 1-2 years it's a totally new presentation that I do not know. If it's the ones that I'm familiar with, then the presentations are written for the conscious mind, because that's the way they are written. That's the way they have been learned. That's the way we have been trained. That's the way the people who created them have created them. Then the new ones are using unconscious language. So I will add a little bit to that, not changing the presentation, but enhancing it. I will also teach you how to go into that state of alpha, to tap your unconscious mind, so that you can use more of the unconscious mind, because it gives us 90% of the results. We will also be looking at presentations. We will also be looking at how to position a product rather than just present the product. Instead of just talking about the features of the product, We want to talk about the benefits of the product. When we focus on the benefits of the product, then we are talking about how we can position the product correctly to the person so that the person can have the need for the product. Life insurance is a little bit different. It's a very, very unique product. Other products, we need to first create the need and then we have to fulfill the need. Life insurance, we do not have to create the need. Everybody has a need for life insurance. Everybody. Whether it's for protection, whether it's for prevention, whether it is for whatever their personal reason is, we do not have to create the need. We have to just make them become aware of the need. This is how life insurance product is different from every other product on the planet. Other products, other businesses are also about providing service. We do not have a physical product. We are actually providing a service. However, in a sense, life insurance is also a product. Every other product, you first need to create the need and then we have to fulfill the need. In life insurance, we do not have to create the need. The need is already there. Who do not need life insurance? Those who will never have don't have any TPD or will never die. Anybody that you know who will never die? If you know you will never die, you don't need life insurance. Everybody has a need, so we just have to make them aware of the need. So this is slightly different from every other product. If you have been a salesperson before, because we heard one or two people have done sales, especially my friend is now a car salesman. So here, you do not have to create a need why he needs a car. You just have to make him aware of why he needs life insurance. So it's a little bit different. So we will learn about how the presentation must follow that. Prudential's presentation already covers that fact, but you need to be aware that your presentation has that element, and we need to highlight that element. I'll be teaching you a very, very powerful closing technique, which every closing in the universe, no matter what you are closing, it uses that formula. It is called problem, reaction, solution. I think the leaders will remember that. It is called problem, reaction, solution. This is to close anything and everything in the universe. Want to sell you hair shampoo, also that presentation covers problem, reaction, solution. Want to get your vote as a minister or whatever, also follow that formula. Want to propose to you so you will marry me, also use that formula. I want to get my son, my daughter to listen to me, also use that formula. I want to sell to the government that I am a good citizen of the country, also use that formula. It's called problem, reaction, solution. Selling your product or service also uses that formula, problem, reaction, solution. We'll teach you how to use that. When you understand how to use that, your presentation will automatically change. Because your presentation must follow problem, reaction, solution. So those who talk a lot, you'll find actually you need to talk lesser. You need to first create the problem, talk about the problem, then create the reaction, get the reaction from them, and then provide a solution. Don't need to talk anything else. Everything else is not required. Your presentation will change, will become very sharp. So these are some of the tools that I'll share with you. And I will also share with you what people have done in the past. They have succeeded. I'll tell you, use that formula. What people have used and failed, don't use that formula, because you will fail as well. Because everything, success has a pattern. Failure also has a pattern. You follow the success steps, the pattern that has been laid down. Somebody used that pattern and became successful. Use that same pattern, use the same steps, you become successful. Somebody used those steps to become a failure. If you unknowingly use the steps, you will still fail. You cannot say, I didn't know. You know or you don't know. If you use failure steps, you will fail. That you need to stop doing. Some things we need to start doing. So I think a few concepts I've shared with you today. Later, we'll go more specifically into the how to do the presentations. There'll be more specific, how to handle the objections, how to get prospects and clients. I'll be sharing with you 21 ways where and how to get prospects. We will talk about all that later. Right, now to open a few minutes, if anybody's got a question. Has anybody got a question? I think I got past the time, it's supposed to be 10:30, sorry, I apologize.
I got a question.
Who's asking? Who's asking?
Hari.
Okay, couldn't find. Yes, sir.
That's why you said every product must create a need. And what was the second word?
Okay, if we're selling some other product, let's say for example, you are using a regular shampoo. Not you lah. You and I don't use shampoo. Don't need to worry about our hair lah. My hair is covered, and your hair, it's like my hair lah, non-existent. I have hair lah, but I don't need to worry about using shampoo. Let's say okay, we take another person lah. Mr. Murthy lah, you use a certain kind of shampoo now already, right? Let me tell me. Okay, no need. Doesn't matter. I don't even have to know what shampoo is using. Mr. Murthy, you're using shampoo now. The shampoo you're using is off the shelf. You buy from a shop, from the shopping complex or wherever it is. You know that shampoo has LSF or what I call that, lauryl sulfate. I don't know what I call that lah. And it has 21.
SLS.
That thing shampoo should have. You know that causes cancer in the long run. That causes hair drop. And there are 21 different chemicals in a basic shampoo. 3 of those chemicals, they can penetrate your scalp because they are almost like nanoparticles. Once they go into your scalp, they go into your brain, and they actually cause degeneration of the brain. As you grow older, you will definitely have Alzheimer or Parkinson. Now, this is scientific fact. No, I'm not bluffing. This is real fact because I do a lot of training for MLM companies. So this is a real presentation of an MLM company who actually sells incredible shampoo. I'm not promoting their shampoo. I'm also not a member of their company. I'm telling you this is a real fact, real fact, because I know the real facts. So these shampoos that you are using now, these shampoos that you're using, Murthy, even though you keep changing your shampoo, but your hair will drop faster. Your hair will become white faster. As you age, it will affect your eyesight. You will find sometimes you will have tics. You know what are tics are? You will start to have one side. And then guaranteed the 3 chemicals will go into your scalp and will affect your brain. Your brain will degenerate faster than normal. Very high chance to get Alzheimer disease as you grow older. And this is a fact. Are you now a little bit concerned already? Maybe not worried, but a bit concerned about. I'm talking to him because Mr. Haris may not be so realistic when I talk to you about the shampoo. Mr. Murthy, are you a little bit concerned? As a matter of fact, is everybody a little concerned? Yes, right?
Yeah.
However, Mr. Murthy, my company has this shampoo. You really need to look at this shampoo because this shampoo has been researched and has been tested. People who were dropping hair, their hair began to grow. It's not a hair growth shampoo, but it promotes growth. Those who use the shampoo for 3 months and above will never have white hair. Guaranteed will not have white hair until you are at least 80 years old. In fact, this shampoo has been enhanced with enzymes of a certain plant, and those enzymes seep into your scalp and actually rebuild those brain cells that are dying, and also makes your brain cells become alert, and they fire off more triggers for your neurons so that you actually stay alert and become more alert even at your, like Mahathir lah. So most probably he's using the shampoo, and his hair are not drop. Of course, he dyes his hair, but he's got full hair, more hair than Mr. Ganathan. So I can pick somebody and tell you who actually uses shampoo, but I'm not promoting the products. I don't want to tell you that. So now, Mr. Harish, now I can come back to you. I have now created a need by telling him about the shampoo that now he's disturbing him about his shampoo. So I created a need. I better get another shampoo. I better get their shampoo. Oh my God, not only their shampoo will not make my hair white, will not make my hair drop, will not give me enzyme. It actually will enhance, make my hair grow longer, make my hair never get white, make my hair not to drop, and actually will make my brain be alert. When I'm 80, 90, I'll still be very alert. I now created a need, and by providing my shampoo, I fulfill that need. That's the example of that. Creating that. Until just now, he never needed my shampoo. My shampoo was not important. He was perfectly happy with the shampoo he'd been using for the last 30, 40 years. So I created a need. No point create the need if I don't fulfill the need. If I said, well, I don't know what you can do, but I already told you what's wrong with the shampoo, but I got nothing to give you, nothing to offer you. Then I create the need, but I don't fulfill the need. So if I fulfill the need, 100% close, unless he don't care. If he cares, like most of us do care, I created a need and I fulfilled the need by I did problem, reaction, solution as well. I told him about the problem, I create the reaction, oh my God. And I provide the solution. He, the sane person and logical person, he will want my solution. So I create the need and I fulfill the need. Life insurance do not need to create the need. We just need to make people aware of the need. That's how it's different from other products. We just need to make them aware of why you need life. That's how the presentation is different from other product presentation. I do not need to create the need by telling you, one day you're going to die. One day something might happen to you. It is, chances are possible, something might happen, something might not happen. But for sure, you're going to die. I can guarantee it, although I'm not a saint. So you do not have to create the need of someone dying. It's already there. We just need to make them aware something might happen. If nothing happens, then it becomes forced saving, which is also good. If something happens, you are protected. That is the difference when we talk about making them aware of the need. So now you have to look back at the presentation. It's actually in the presentation, it is there. We need to highlight that. I have heard the presentation of hundreds of agents. That point is there. They actually bring it down because they didn't get the point. In the presentation, it's there. They don't highlight it. That is your selling point in the presentation. About highlighting that need, that there is a need for life insurance. I don't know how many of you leaders are aware of the 21 irrefutable facts about life insurance. Are you all familiar with that term? 21 irrefutable facts about life insurance. Okay, I'll try to look for the list and send to you all. I have the list. Last time I used to know them by memory. I haven't used them for quite some time. I may not be able to remember all of them. Okay, one or two of the irrefutable facts are, you cannot buy life insurance when you need it. You can only buy it when you don't need it. It's irrefutable fact. You can either pay when something happens to you, or you can let somebody else pay for you. You can either pay from your own bank account, or you can pay from Prudential's bank account. Life insurance is for free. But there are 21 such irrefutable facts. They are actually very good, powerful opening questions. They are also called disturbing questions. We will do them later. Mr. Haris, you're familiar with this term? Irrefutable. Yeah. You're okay. You're familiar. You know what I'm talking about. Right. So those questions are very good to lead you into making them aware of the need. Okay. Is everybody clear difference now between creating the need and fulfilling the need and making people aware of the need? Is Haris clear? Okay, think over it. Once you get it, then you can present it in your own words. Understanding that concept is very, very important because the presentation takes a different line. Why this is important is some people will go on and on and on and on and on about the product features. that may be totally unimportant. Next time we'll talk about features and benefits. Okay, any other question? Okay, if there are no other questions, I want to thank you for giving me this time. Sorry, today we went over the time, but I think if it's for learning, then I think it's fine. I know we still have to rest and sleep and do what we need to do. I know that, but I believe that I've given you some value that was worth staying on a little bit more. Before I end, I want to let the leaders say what they need to say before we wrap up. Leaders, please.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach. It's such a long time. Actually, during this pandemic, last year up to now, I think our mindset, the settings are all lari. So it's like, I think it's time to back to basic. The things that we have missed. Sometimes it's always it's very important. So always too carried away with things that happening now, but then we forgot that what is the basic. So today is like kacau balik, and then like go back to basic. So thank you so much, Coach. Okay, so Prakash, Hari, can you share anything?
Hari, do you want to say first?
You say lah, Peter.
Okay lah. Thank you so much, Coach. I know it was very last minute, and what you share was very important, especially at this point of time. Not only the senior, the junior, they're having, how can we communicate with people, how can we sell the product, we're not meeting, it's all via Zoom, how we can do it. So I like the part you highlight, circle of control, what is within my control and what's on the mindset. So the communication start at the unconscious level. So this is the thing, when we start looking into it, I question myself before I go to bed, definitely we will get the answer. Here and there, the small tips you told, which will be really helpful for us at this point of time. Thank you so much, Coach. It's really helpful. Yes. Harish, you want to say anything or anybody else?
As usual, thank you, Coach. Long time no see. From last year till.
So we shall meet up again.
Jamadi.
Line lagging, I think.
Line. Okay, we should arrange another session, Coach. I think best thing to do is we have to put things in order back to normal, and we'll have another separate session to cover whichever necessary and important for now, because there's a lot of things is lacking. We need to go back to basic. Okay, so anybody else want to share? I think they're digesting.
Sorry, the internet not strong.
Yeah.
Okay, I took the cut off video. Nothing like good. Dave, thank you so much. Just want to say thank you very much and wonderful night.
Thank you, sir. Good session. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Anybody else? All right. I think we call it off. As of now, it's already almost 11. It's supposed to be 10. Then okay lah. But anyway, it is like that lah. When the flow is there, we have to get it flow lah. So okay. I think okay. Thank you again. Thank you for coming, for all of you. And last word from you, Coach. Anything else?
Yeah, I would thank everyone. At least now I have a lot more new friends. And let's see how we can work together and make this a different year for every one of you, especially this phase of the pandemic. Let's not focus on that. Let's focus on building ourselves. And if we do that, then we can overcome anything and everything. So let's focus on that. And I will leave it to the leaders whether they want to, this is being recorded, whether they want to forward it to the agents. I leave it to the leaders. Maybe you can send me one copy as well. Okay. We will follow up with the cards and the questions and the assignment I will send later so that you can all have them as I want to send them to you. Right?
Okay.
Thank you very, very much. It's a pleasure. Prudential has always been like my family, and it will always be my family. This is a very special company for me. Thank you very much, and let's all be number one.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you, and wish you all the best. Okay. Let's meet up in another session. Okay. Okay. Take care. Bye bye. All right.